Welcome to the Outback. Crikey, mate. G'day and welcome to the show. It's me, Mal Moreno, and today we're heading deep into the heart of my favourite place on Earth, the Australian bush. Now, Australia is a land of incredible beauty, but it's also home to some of the most fascinating and, let's be honest, dangerous creatures you'll ever meet. I'm talking about snakes. We've got more deadly serpents here than anywhere else in the world, and each one is a true marvel of evolution. They're not monsters, they're just misunderstood beauties trying to survive. But here's the real question, the big challenge for all you wildlife warriors watching at home. Can you identify these deadly serpents? I'm going to show you some of the most venomous snakes on the planet, each one a master of its domain. You'll get to see them up close and personal, right from the safety of your screen. It's a test of your knowledge and your nerve. Are you ready to see if you can spot the difference between these incredible animals? So, get your thinking caps on and your eyes peeled. As we go through each one of these magnificent creatures, I want you to jump down into the comments and let me know your guess. Don't be shy, give it a go. This is all about learning and appreciating these animals for the stunning survivors they are. Let's dive in and see who can get a perfect score. It's going to be a wild ride. Right, first up, we've got an absolute legend of the snake world. Look at this beauty. This is the Inland Taipan, also known as the fierce snake. And let me tell you, that name is no exaggeration. This snake, right here, holds the title for the most toxic venom of any snake on land anywhere in the world. One bite has enough power to take down 100 grown men. Crikey. That is some serious firepower, a testament to its evolutionary journey in the harsh, remote deserts of Central East Australia. Now don't let that reputation fool you. Despite having the deadliest venom, this is actually a very shy and reclusive snake. It would much rather flee than fight. It's not out looking for trouble. It uses that potent venom to quickly take down its prey, which is mostly small mammals like the long-haired rat. It has to be quick and efficient out here where food can be scarce. It's a specialist, a master of its environment. You've got to respect that. Look closely at its coloration. It can change with the seasons. In the summer, it's often a lighter, olive or brownish color to reflect the harsh sun. But in the winter, it darkens to almost black to absorb as much heat as possible. What a clever adaptation. That's nature for you, always finding a way. It's a stunning example of how an animal perfectly syncs up with its surroundings. It's not just a snake, it's a living, breathing part of the outback ecosystem. So the first challenge for you is to spot its unique features. Notice that dark, almost black head and neck. That's a key identifier for this species. It's got a creamy yellow underbelly, often with orange flecks. The scales are smooth and have this beautiful, almost glossy finish. It's a slender but strong snake, built for speed when it needs to be. It's an absolute work of art, a perfect predator. When you see it move, there's a certain grace, a fluidity that's just mesmerizing. It's not aggressive unless it's cornered and feels its life is in danger. If you were to ever be lucky enough to see one in the wild, the best thing you can do is stand still, let it go on its way, and just appreciate the moment. You've just seen a true icon of the animal kingdom. What a privilege. So, have a good long look. This is the Inland Taipan. Would you have been able to identify this one? It's a rare sight even for me. Its sheer power combined with its shy nature makes it one of the most intriguing animals in all of Australia. What an absolute stunner. Remember this image, lock it into your brain. This is peak reptilian evolution right here. Beautiful. Alright, next on our list is a snake that's responsible for more snakebite fatalities in Australia than any other. Meet the eastern brown snake. Don't let the common name fool you. This animal is anything but ordinary. It's found all along the east coast, from the tip of Queensland right down to South Australia. And it often comes into contact with people because its habitat overlaps with our most populated areas. That's where the danger lies. Now, the main thing you need to know about the eastern brown is its speed and its temperament. This snake can move like lightning. One second it's there, the next it's gone. And when it feels threatened, it can be incredibly defensive. It will raise the front part of its body up off the ground in a distinctive S shape, mouth open, ready to strike. It's a warning, a clear signal saying, "Back off, mate. You're in my space." It's a high-strung animal, very nervous. It's that nervous energy that can get it into trouble. If you accidentally step on it or startle it, its first reaction is to defend itself. And its venom is no joke either. It's the second most toxic of any land snake, and it contains powerful neurotoxins and coagulants. It's designed to shut down the nervous system of its prey, which includes mice, frogs, and even other snakes. So here's your next challenge. Could you recognize this snake in the wild? The name brown snake is a bit tricky because they can vary so much in color. They can be any shade of brown, from light tan to almost black. Some have speckles, some have bands, especially the juveniles. The key is to look at the head. It's small, not much wider than the neck, and they have these beautiful orange or pinkish spots on their belly. When you see one moving through the grass, it has this determined, fast-paced slither. It's a hunter, always on the lookout for its next meal. It's incredibly successful because it's adaptable. It can live in dry forests, coastal scrub, and even farmland. This adaptability is what makes it such a common sight, and why we need to be so aware of it. It's a true survivor, thriving alongside us. So imagine you're out for a walk, and you see a flash of brown disappearing into the undergrowth. Would you know what it was? Learning to identify the eastern brown is a crucial skill for anyone living in or visiting its territory. Respect its speed, respect its power, and always, always give it plenty of space. It's not looking for a fight, but it will certainly finish one if it feels it has to. What a creature. Now we're moving up to the coast, into the sugarcane fields and woodlands of northern and eastern Australia. And here, we find the cousin of the Inland Taipan, the coastal taipan. This fella is another one you have to have the utmost respect for. While its venom isn't quite as toxic as the Inland Taipan's, it makes up for it in other ways. This is the longest venomous snake in Australia, and it delivers a huge dose of that potent venom with every bite. The coastal taipan is an intelligent, alert snake. It's a hunter in every sense of the word. It uses its excellent eyesight to track its prey, which is mainly mammals like rats, mice, and bandicoots. It will stalk its prey, then strike with incredible speed and precision. It doesn't just bite once. It often strikes multiple times, injecting more and more of that powerful neurotoxic venom to make sure the job gets done quickly. It's a highly effective strategy. Unlike its shy inland cousin, the coastal taipan can be quite nervous and will defend itself vigorously if surprised or cornered. Its threat display is similar to the eastern browns, lifting its head and neck off the ground, ready to launch forward. It's a formidable sight, and it's a clear warning that you are way too close for comfort. You have to listen to that warning. It's the snake's way of communicating. So, let's look at how you'd spot one. They are typically a uniform light olive or reddish brown, but they can be dark grey or almost black. The key feature to look for is the head. It's long and narrow, often described as coffin-shaped, and it's usually paler in colour than the rest of the body, especially around the snout. That pale face is a dead giveaway for the coastal taipan. They love hiding in animal burrows, hollow logs, and piles of vegetation or rubbish. This, unfortunately, is what can bring them into conflict with humans, especially in agricultural areas like cane farms, where there's plenty of cover and plenty of rats to eat. It's a perfect environment for them. It's a classic case of wildlife and human habitats overlapping. Take a good look at this magnificent animal. The power, the intelligence, the sheer presence of it. It's one of Australia's apex predators, perfectly designed for its coastal environment. Knowing its features, especially that pale, coffin-shaped head, could be vital. It's not an aggressive monster, it's a highly strung hunter that demands space and respect. A true coastal giant and an absolute beauty. Crikey! Look at the pattern on this one! An absolute stunner! This is the tiger snake, and you can see exactly how it got its name. Those distinctive yellow and black bands are a warning to any predator that this is not an animal to be messed with. They are found in the southern parts of Australia, particularly in wetland areas, around creeks, dams and swamps. Where there's water and frogs, you'll often find a tiger snake. These bands are a classic example of aposematism, which is just a fancy word for warning coloration. It's nature's way of saying, "I'm dangerous, stay away." And you'd be wise to listen. The tiger snake has a potent cocktail of venom containing neurotoxins, coagulants, and myotoxins that break down muscle. It's a complex and highly effective venom, ensuring its prey, mostly frogs, succumbs very quickly. When a tiger snake feels threatened, it puts on a truly impressive display. It will flatten its neck and the front part of its body, making itself look much bigger and more intimidating. It's a bit like a cobra's hood, but wider and flatter. It will hiss loudly and hold its ground, making mock strikes. It's a dramatic performance, and it's all designed to scare you off without it having to resort to a real bite. Now, here's the tricky part of identification. Not all tiger snakes have stripes. That's right. Depending on the region, they can be a uniform brown, grey, or even olive green with no bands at all. This is especially true for populations on offshore islands. So, while the stripes are a great clue, you can't rely on them completely. You have to look at other features, like its robust, solid build and its large, dark head. The most reliable way to know you're looking at a tiger snake, besides its habitat near water, is that incredible threat display. That wide, flat neck is unmistakable. If you see a snake doing that, you know it's a tiger snake, and you know you need to back away slowly and calmly. Don't make any sudden movements. Just give it the space it's asking for, and it will almost always move off on its own. They are vital to their ecosystem, keeping frog and rodent populations in check. They are not malicious, they are just trying to live their lives. That bold, banded pattern on this one here is a perfect example of nature's honesty. It's advertising its danger for all to see. You've got to admire that. What a magnificent, striped guardian of the wetlands. Just beautiful. All right, now for something completely different. This next snake is a master of camouflage and patience. It doesn't chase its prey, it lets its prey come to it. This is the common death adder, and look at it. It doesn't even look like a typical snake. It has a thick, short body, a triangular head, and the smallest vertical pupils. It looks more like a viper than one of our elapids, but it's a true blue Aussie. The death adder is an ambush predator, and it is brilliant at it. It will bury itself in sand, soil, or leaf litter, leaving just its head and the very tip of its tail exposed. It will lie perfectly still, sometimes for days on end, just waiting. It is the embodiment of patience. You could walk right past one and have absolutely no idea it's there. That's what makes it so dangerous. Now check this out. This is the really clever part. Look at the end of its tail. See that thin, worm-like grub at the tip? That's called a caudal lure. The death adder will sit there, hidden, and just wiggle that little lure. A curious lizard, frog, or small bird sees it, thinks it's an easy meal, and comes in to investigate. Then, whack! The death adder launches the fastest strike of any snake in Australia. It's all over in a fraction of a second. The name death adder is a bit of a misnomer, a corruption of deaf adder because early settlers thought they couldn't hear. They can hear, of course, but their strategy relies on staying put. They won't slither away when you approach. They trust their camouflage to protect them. This is why so many bites occur. People accidentally step on them because they simply don't move out of the way. Their venom is a powerful neurotoxin. Before the development of antivenom, a bite from a death adder was fatal in about 50% of cases. It causes paralysis, starting with drooping eyelids and eventually leading to respiratory failure. It's a highly specialized venom for a highly specialized hunter. It needs to immobilize its prey instantly before it can run off. So the challenge here isn't just about spotting the snake, but spotting its hiding place. Look for that broad triangular head poking out of the leaves. Look for that grub-like tail twitching ever so slightly. It's a master of disguise, a silent hunter waiting in the shadows. This is a snake that commands a different kind of respect. Respect for its incredible patience and its deadly, ingenious hunting technique. What a clever, clever animal. Right, now we're talking about sheer size and power. This big fella is the mulga snake, but many people know it by another name, the king brown snake. Now that's a bit confusing because this snake is not a brown snake at all. It's actually part of the black snake family. But whatever you call it, you have to call it impressive. This is one of the longest and heaviest venomous snakes in Australia, found right across the continent. The most incredible thing about the mulga snake is the amount of venom it can deliver. In a single bite, it can inject a massive quantity, way more than most other snakes. And it doesn't just bite and let go. A mulga snake will often hang on, chewing and pumping in more and more venom. It's a terrifying thought, but it's a very effective way for the snake to subdue large prey or defend itself from a big threat like a dingo. Its venom is different from the taipans or brown snakes. It's primarily myotoxic, meaning it attacks and destroys muscle tissue. A bite is incredibly painful and can cause massive, long-term muscle damage. While it's less toxic drop for drop than some others, the sheer volume it injects makes it exceptionally dangerous. You do not want to be on the receiving end of a bite from this fella. How do you spot one? Well, its size is a big clue. They are big, robust, and powerful-looking snakes. Their colour can vary from a light, coppery brown to almost black, depending on where in Australia they live. The key feature is the scales. If you can get a good look, you'll see that each scale has two tones. It's pale at the base and darker at the tip. This gives the snake a really nice, subtle, reticulated or net-like pattern all over its body. When threatened, a mulga snake will flatten its neck, a bit like a tiger snake but not as wide, and it will throw its head and neck from side to side, hissing loudly. It's an impressive display of power, a clear warning to back off. They are generally not aggressive and will try to escape if given the chance, but if cornered, they will absolutely stand their ground. They are the heavyweights of the snake world. So when you think of the mulga snake, think big. Big snake, big venom yield, big trouble if you mess with it. But also a big, beautiful part of the Australian landscape. They are found almost everywhere, from the driest deserts to the tropical woodlands. They are true generalists, tough and adaptable survivors. You have to admire the raw power of this magnificent king brown, an absolute unit. Last, but certainly not least on our list, is one of the most beautiful and iconic snakes in all of Australia. Look at this, the red-bellied black snake. With its glossy jet black back and that vibrant crimson-red belly, it is absolutely unmistakable. What a work of art. You'll find these beauties all along the east coast, almost always near water. Rivers, streams, swamps, you name it. They are fantastic swimmers. Now, compared to the other snakes we've looked at today, the red-bellied black snake is generally quite shy and placid. It's not considered to be aggressive, and it will almost always try to flee if it encounters a person. It's a common snake, so people see it often, but bites are relatively rare. It would much rather dive into the water and swim away than confront you. That's not to say you shouldn't be careful. It is still a highly venomous snake. While its bite is rarely fatal to humans, it can cause some serious trouble. The venom is cytotoxic and myotoxic, causing significant pain, swelling, and muscle damage around the bite area. It can make you very, very sick. So even with this placid beauty, you must always keep a safe distance and show respect. Their diet consists mainly of frogs, which is why they're always near water, but they will also eat lizards, fish, and even other snakes. In fact, they are known to eat eastern brown snakes, which is a pretty incredible feat. They are a crucial part of their riverbank ecosystem, a top predator in their watery world. Seeing one sunning itself on a log by the river is a classic Australian sight. Identifying this one is usually pretty easy. That glossy black top and bright red or pink belly are dead giveaways. There's really nothing else that looks quite like it. When threatened, they might flatten their neck slightly and make a few bluff strikes with a closed mouth. But their main defense is to get away as quickly as possible. They are not looking for a blue. So, while its venom might not be as potent as a taipan's, its striking appearance and common presence make it one of Australia's most well-known snakes. It's a reminder that even the most beautiful things in nature can be dangerous, and that respect is the key to coexisting. It's a stunning animal, a true river dweller, and a perfect snake to round out our list of deadly Aussie serpents. Isn't she a beauty? Crikey, that was a rush! We've just come face to face with some of the most spectacular and dangerous snakes on the entire planet. From the mind-blowing power of the Inland Taipan to the beautiful red-bellied black snake, Each one is a masterpiece of evolution. Remember, these animals aren't evil or malicious. They are a vital part of our world, and the most important thing we can do is understand them and respect their space. Always, always keep a safe distance. They're much more scared of you than you are of them. So, how did you go? Were you able to spot them? I want you to be honest. Head down to the comments right now and let me know your score. Did you get 7 out of 7? Did the tiger snake's different colors throw you off? Or did you spot the death adder's clever lure? Share your scores and tell me which one of these beauties you found the most fascinating. I love hearing from you guys and sharing our passion for wildlife. Thank you so much for joining me, Mal Moreno, on this incredible adventure today. It's been an absolute privilege to share these animals with you. If you loved learning about these Aussie legends and want to see more amazing wildlife content, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that little bell so you don't miss a thing. Stay safe, keep exploring, and I'll see you on the next adventure. Woohoo!